Hello, this is Victor at HistoryMercedes.com. This video is for Peter in Connecticut. So here we have our 2002 G500, and here is the update. What was done, where we at with repairs at the moment. Now, I needed to check rear SAM, rear signal acquisition module, N10/2. Because I had a bunch of issues with it and errors, and certain things didn't work properly, and they still don't work properly even though the car starts, runs and drives. Now the rear SAM is installed under the center console here, the middle console I would say, on the floor right here. So this is where the location of the computer is. In order to get to it, of course, you have to remove the middle console. Those are the parts there on the back seat. They're plastic and clean, so I put them there. Those are screws and bolts. Now let's go inside. Now the reason I had to go here is because I had some issues with lights. There's some error messages pop on the cluster, instrument cluster. They never clear. For example, brake light says, it says that malfunction in brake lights, and brake light is burnt out. Whereas that when I check the brake lights, they do work. Everything lights up, nothing is burnt out. On the other hand, when you put on the other lights that are burnt out do not register they don't register on instrument cluster at all. So that's a strange kind of fact. Then we have error with airbag module. I'm not sure what's going on there yet, but first things first. First is the SAM. I have to work with SAM, and then we'll go to airbag. Airbag module, I cannot even connect to it with Star Diagnostic. It doesn't even see it. It doesn't connect to it at all. So that's not good. So SRS light is on, and message on the dashboard on the instrument cluster pops up as SRS visit workshop. Red message. Now, first things first. For the life of me, I don't know how, but there is water damage in signal acquisition module. One connector that is the worst is this one. If you look at it, this is the water damaged connector. Now everything seems dry. Well, it's summertime, so I don't see any kind of water. It could have that it evaporated, or I just no physical clue how water got in here. Really, under all of this stuff, with the covers and everything in place, you got headrests and all that stuff. Everything is dry, no signs of water, but somehow water got into the module. And then for the module itself, let me show you what it looks inside, what it looks like inside. So here's our module. A sneak peek. So the module sits like this. Right, it sits on the floor like that. You got a couple of fuses on the right, you got relays, and you get to these relays by moving the seat, actually removing the whole seat. You have access panel in one of the covers. As a matter of fact, I might show you right here. You see this opening here? This is your access panel to get the fuses into relays. So this is visible part, but then not visible part is where the connectors are, and that's why I had to remove it to see what are the connectors, what the signals come in and out, manually check them. But I didn't have to go far. First thing I saw is inside this connector right there. I don't know if you can see it. Here I saw some damage. As you can see, there's a little water damage there. And then on this connector we also have water damage, as you see right there. And the biggest, of course, problem is once you see that, you're being cautious. So we're gonna flip this unit upside down and open it up, and there we have our damage. Pretty drastic, actually. So this is the plastic cover, all of this rust and all this crap, and all water damaged connectors. It's pretty drastic. It's pretty bad. So, and concentrated mostly onto that connector I showed you, because this connector, the last one, this one right here, see, it has same water damage. So I don't know if I can save it, I can clean it, I'm not sure yet. This is just, I just removed this and I'm making this video just live and fresh, kind of. Just removed it like 10 minutes ago, literally. So then I'm gonna see what I can do with it, if I can fix it or not. It's in pretty bad shape, so I don't know if I can even fix this because damage is extensive. And most likely this is multi-layer boards, circuit board, and when multi-layer board you can have connection here and on the bottom, but in the middle it's etched out, so there is no connection in the middle of the board. But this is where we are basically. So right now I'm gonna see what the options are, how we're going to approach this. I'll try to patch it up and see if I can get some messages away to go away, but most likely we'll replace this module so not to have you know, not to have any other further future problems. Just replace it. That's the number. So that's what we're going to do. This is pretty bad. Alright, so for now this is the update. Again, water got in it somehow, I don't know, no idea, because it's all dry. Well, obviously it will be dry because it's summertime, it's 90 degrees outside, but when and how, I don't know, because sunroof doesn't seem to have, well, there is a little bit of, okay, maybe, as you can see this line, it appears to be water coming in, but again, that's on the edges. Same on the other side, by the way. See that stain? Maybe sunroof was open at some point, I don't know. Some staining in the back there too, so it's hard to say how and where. Up front here everything is dry, you know, everything looks good. I already checked front signal acquisition module over here and all is dry. I also checked out CAN bus connectors in there, also look dry. Everything seemed to be okay. Transmission control module, EGS, this one seems dry too. That's good news, because you know how fluid wicks up and flood these computers, and there is nothing wrong here. So shifter module also looks okay. I don't see water on it, so you see that's kind of a mystery. So maybe water got into SRS module, which is highly unlikely because it's very well sealed, but into connector possibly. So that is another thing I'm going to check. That's our SRS module. But other than that, I see everything seems to be okay. No rust, no corrosion. There don't seem to be any kind of water damage residues. This computer looks to be okay. You know, that's the mystery. So anyway, we'll leave it to that. I'm gonna work on that rear SAM and see if I can do something with it or get another one and then reprogram it for the car and be done with it. Alright, so this is all for now. This is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.